Well, again, welcome to Crossroads and welcome to church this morning. Special welcome to everybody who are watching online, everybody up at Wake Forest, and everybody over in the chapel as well. And this morning, you've probably heard throughout the week and saw throughout the week, but this morning is a pretty special morning for us here at Crossroads Fellowship, and that is that our thrift store is celebrating its 10th birthday this morning. Come on, that's exciting. Look, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. I was talking to a bunch of people this morning. I can't believe that it's been 10 years. This is Mark Dalton. He's been on staff at Crossroads for quite a while. You've been at Crossroads from the beginning as well, and Mark manages and oversees the thrift store and all that's happening, so I figured it'd be a great opportunity for Mark to come on stage. I want to ask Mark a few questions. You may or may not know that we even have a thrift store, and then if you do know what it's actually for and what it's going towards. So Mark, welcome this morning and happy birthday. It's exciting.
Thank you.
It really is.
It's unbelievable. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine that. And it's hard to imagine, too, that before we had the thrift store, missions would fund our short-term ministries by holding annual yard sales.
Right.
But now with the thrift store, not only can we support our short-term team ministries, but we also support our local and global outreach, as well as Door International and their ministry to the deaf. And in 10 years, we have been able to donate $1.1 million to those three causes.
That's awesome. That is absolutely amazing. That's the purpose of this thrift store, is to allow that. So $1.1 million to mission over the last 10 years. So talk a little bit about just the last 10 years. Just give us some highlight reel. And then we're going to talk about Door as well, because again, a lot of you might not know exactly what Door is and how it all began. And so let's just start at the thrift store. 10 years, 1.1 million. What else has happened in the last 10 years?
Well, in those 10 years, we have served 200,000 customers.
Wow.
And we have also had 65,000 serve opportunity hours, volunteer hours, and things as well. So, I mean, it's been a great run with the fire that we had, I guess almost 2 years ago now. We had to shut down and revamp for 5 months. Then we were up for 8 weeks, and then we had to shut down again for COVID. So it's been a wild ride, but it's been
And by the way, you might not realize when the fire happened, it happened in our warehouse, which is where the thrift store is. So just imagine everything in the thrift store had to be tossed, really. I mean, we couldn't keep any of it because of the smoke damage, the water damage, and they basically restarted from scratch. So we actually went in and redid the thrift store. It looks gorgeous, by the way. In fact, I was walking somebody in there who hadn't been here since the fire, and they were just blown away by the way the thrift store looks. And can we just tell them where it is, by the way? They'll be sitting there thinking where the thrift store is.
I bet say it's actually kind of behind these walls in the warehouse area of the church, and you access it through the entrance on the north side of the building.
Yeah, complete opposite side of the building. But the good thing is when we did reopen, we put some messages out to the church body saying, hey, we need donations. And the donations came in amazing. They came in really powerful. And that's how the thrift store operates, through the donations of people and people donating clothes and used items and as you say, gently used items as well. So don't clean out your attic and give us your junk is what we're saying. It's not that opportunity, but it's a fantastic ministry opportunity. Talk a little bit about Door International, because that's really the birth of the thrift store was kind of connected to Door as well. And so give everybody an update on what Door is and why that's important to us.
Yeah, the deaf are considered to be one of the largest unreached people groups with approximately 70 million people worldwide, and only 2% have been given the gospel. And the majority of the deaf world don't read. So therefore, Door translates the Bible into 110 chronological narratives, translating them into sign languages so they're able to read the Bible. The deaf, they also have deaf leaders that are training, discipling, and founding deaf churches all over the world, and we actually have a deaf community fellowship that meets here at Crossroads.
And by the way, if you were here for the baptisms, you saw about 3 or 4 of our deaf Bible fellowship that were baptized here as well, which is pretty amazing. news. So Door is a powerful partner for us. And I believe, if I have it correct, that Crossroads was really integral in them actually establishing and creating that Deaf Bible in the very beginning, too.
Yeah, we're one of the largest churches, or churches that have provided the largest funding to them over the years.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Like, it's things you don't think about, right? Because again, we have Bibles on our shelves and access to them. You don't really think about how 70 million deaf people around the world, most of them don't know how to read, and so how do you actually give them a Bible? And so I've got to see the Deaf Bible. It's pretty fascinating. It's basically a Bible in sign language. They're telling the stories of the Bible, and so it's pretty awesome. And so part of the proceeds of the thrift store go towards Door. So I know that the thrift store is always looking and having opportunities. So tell us what's coming next and how people here can get involved with the thrift store.
Right. There's three main ways that people can help. First of all, you can, like Andy said, you can donate your new or gently used items, things such as your clothes, furniture, housewares, most anything that you find around the house. Second way to help
out. We do not accept Michigan University apparel or Duke apparel. We don't accept either one of those at the thrift store. So you have to keep that. You made that choice. You have to live with it. You can't give that away. So let's just...
All right, I'm not going there, but actually, one of the other things you can do, too, is volunteer. It's easy, it's fun, it's great for singles, for small groups, and it's a great way to have an impact on the community. And then finally, just simply shop. If you're looking for a place to find high-quality items at low prices to be able to save some money, or if you're looking for that unique treasure that you can sometimes find in thrift stores, we're a great place to shop. And like I said earlier, it is located here. It's just on the other side of the building. Beginning in August, we're going to be open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, from 10 until 6. And you can find out more about us on our website at missionsthriftnc.com.
Yeah, well, Mark, we appreciate you and your entire staff. I know there's a ton of work that goes into starting and leading and then restarting, stopping, and then restarting a thrift store, especially over the last year and a half. And so definitely want to encourage you to get involved with it, either by donating. Definitely come and serve, come and be part of it. It is really, truly a great way to come and just volunteer and serve. A great place to bring people with you as well, like your small groups. And once our short-term trips are back up and running, which will probably be next year sometime, it's also a great opportunity for all of them to come together. And in honor of kind of the thrift store and the birthday, we got some special stuff this morning. So
absolutely, come after the service, come out and join us, help us to celebrate. We'll have cake and free coffee, and
there you go.
A chance if you want to have your picture taken in front of our little thing.
There you go.
It's great, yeah. So.
Cake and free coffee. How can you go wrong with that, right?
Doesn't get any better than that.
That's a good thing. So, hey, Mark, thank you so much for all that you do. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. It really is neat. I think if I'm correct, Mark, you can just tell me yes or no. It's one of the largest thrift stores in the area, too. And so it's not a real small thrift store. It's a pretty big operation. If nothing else, come by on Tuesday and just walk around and check it out. And then, of course, starting in August, it'll be open on Monday. But we're very proud of that because, again, I think you know Crossroads enough to know that it's not just about how much can we make and how much can we do just for inside the walls of this building. It is an outreach. It's a way to look out. It's helping the deaf ministry. It's helping our short-term trips and teams. It's providing missional opportunities across the board. And so it's part of our transformation goal and incentive. And so with that, I want to go ahead and draw your attention to the screen. We have some next steps for you on a video this morning, and then I'll be back out to preach a message out of Colossians 4, so go ahead and watch this.